everyone, this is Seth at the Mast Knife Shop, and today we're going to go over one of our favorite brands, Winkler knives. And this is a brand new 2025 model, brand new to us and pretty new for Winkler. And the only difference is the Blue Ridge Crusher. This has the extended pommel, and we'll go over that in a minute. But first, let's get the box out of the way. The typical Winkler box, excellent. Everybody loves the Winkler box. Open it up, and you will automatically have the sticker, Winkler knives, and then all of your extra accessories, including the screws and spacers for the clip, however you want to mount it, left hand, right hand, vertical, horizontal. You got to have the wicked wax for the blade, the handle, the sheath, every bit of that, especially the blade. It's a wax based, and it's good for the high carbon steel because it's very prone to rusting. And of course, all your warranty information, story on Daniel Winkler, stuff like that, even a control number, pretty cool. And then Winkler knives, more information on how to mount the sheath, the clip, so forth. So pretty cool. They definitely give you plenty of extras in the box. But now we can focus on the knife itself. And like I said, this is the Blue Ridge Crusher. You probably heard of the Blue Ridge Hunter, which is identical. The only difference they made was the extended pommel right there. You can see it's kind of a wedge shape. And that's great for anything you got to crush, basically. If you're doing auto glass, breaking into emergency, if you had to break a rock, whatever you want to crush, it's your choice. But that is 80 CRV2 steel, and that will break through just about anything. I like that. It's the perfect size. It's a good EDC style, small enough in the hand, but you have that tactical part of it in my mind. When we first got these, I kind of imagined like SEAL Team 6 when it had a few beers with Bear Grylls, and this is what they came up with. It's the perfect. You got tactical, and then you've got survival, hunting, camping, even EDC size on that. That's the Blue Ridge Crusher. You've got your clip point style blade for hunting. That's a good for breaking flesh. Has that nice point there for whatever you're skinning, animal hide, whatever. And then you've got your good thumb ramp, your typical Winkler thumb ramp right there with the Winkler jimping right there. That's your signature jimping. You can kind of see it. Of course, you can see the Winkler knives as always. And this handle is the sculpted canvas laminate. I really like the sculpted part, really grippy. And the canvas laminate is very tough. It's like indestructible. So I love that handle. And we also offer it in the black laminate, same material, it's just smooth, you know, without the sculpting, which I still like that one. Good grip on it. And then, of course, the beautiful maple. Winkler is always known for their beautiful maple handle. Beautiful wood, nice tiger striping on that one. And there's no two the same, of course. And I really do like that one for the look. I like the aesthetical, but I do like the function of the sculpted laminate right there. But it's your choice. We have all three. And we'll go over the pricing in a little while. And this one I also brought for comparison is the belt knife. Some of you might have seen the belt knife before. And what the Blue Ridge Hunter is and the Blue Ridge Crusher is the same exact shape, just a little bit smaller. Not a whole lot. This is more of a military design size, called the belt knife, same thumb ramp. And this is more, you know, the hunting style, hence Blue Ridge Hunter. Smaller, fits my hand well, better for EDC in my opinion. And I'll show you the sheath as well. It's your typical Boltaron lined with leather, so it does not make any noise. So when it goes in there, it's silent. There's no click, no rattle. Locks in there very tight, and you can mount the clip vertical like this. You can rotate the whole thing for horizontal, left hand, right hand, any way you want. And you can even make it MOLLE strap compatible. So I love the sheath on that. And then it comes with the black if you get the laminate, or if you get the maple one, you'll have a brown leather sheath. That's the only difference. And if you want to see the specs and pricing and links to purchase this, they're in the description. And also, I forgot to mention the black oxide no glare finish. For one, because it's mostly military contracts that Winkler does, so they don't want to reflect, obviously, and that protects the high carbon steel. And now we can get into the specs on the knife. And this is the brown leather sheath that would come with the maple handle, if you want to see that one. Now, on the specs, the overall length is 8 1/4. And your blade length is 4 inches. That's a good EDC size. And the weight is 5.5 ounces. Not real heavy. This one's definitely lighter than some that I've held. Some like the belt knife is definitely lighter than that. But it's not so light you can't control it. It feels good in the hand. And they retail for $380 for the sculpted. You're going to pay a little bit more for the sculpted handle. And the maple is $350. And the regular black laminate is $350 also. And now we'll get into the specs on the steel. It has an 80 CRV2 steel, very tough steel. And we'll look at it here. Now on edge retention, it ranks a little low. It looks low on this chart, but this is a comparative chart. But that way it's easy to sharpen on the field. It's not so hard, you can't get a quick edge on it. And you go over to your toughness. It is crazy tough. It's a high carbon steel. It has a lot of carbon, it has a lot of iron, and very little chromium, which is why you have hardly any stainless property. But the little bit of chromium that they include in the steel actually increases the hardenability, and it has a little bit of vanadium, which refines the grain structure. It's a tougher, stronger steel. And actually, a fun fact, the 80 CRV2, the 80 is because it's 0.8% carbon. The CR stands for the little bit of chromium that it does have. And the V for vanadium, which helps, like I said, the grain structure. And the 2 is some kind of greater variant with the classification. That's hard to explain, but I thought that was a fun fact, what all those numbers and letters mean. And I think that should wrap it up for the Winkler Blue Ridge Crusher, one of our newest ones in the knife shop. And please hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new content. And also hit that bell so you know when we post any new videos. I appreciate y'all watching, and we'll see you next time.